came home with and then I went to wake up early for work.
Okay.
Oh, and I struggled with my code. That's why.
Okay. Nice one. What were you doing after the session that we had yesterday? Yeah.
Just to try out. My childhood and then I went increase and then I could only get into grade first thing. And I started my child to sleep with
Okay. So, sister.
I example,
You can't forget that one.
yeah.
It was that nice.
I think that my child yesterday and I to watch my child with another time person. And what did I do? So example can you show me? I started my work because I had deadlines for that. And then I was watching TV, spending time with my child, my husband, and just in the what I was working and went to bed like 9:30.
So, see.
No, and I went up my work. It was like I was doing the videos and stuff you see, I was doing something that or something.
Okay, nice. Cindy.
Okay, so what I did yesterday, as I mentioned to everyone, I'm still not sure of the magnetic tag. So I went over it and I realized there was nothing wrong that I was doing, particularly in regards to putting in the input. But if there was another way that I had to do in regards to the HRF attribute, because what I did, I was using the name of the downloaded image and it was giving me an error. So just now I was advised that I must actually use the absolute URL, which is the hyperlink of the actual image online, and then I was able to actually do that tag.
So, do you understand it or you still not?
Yes, I understand it now.
Okay, nice one. So, I'm not sure if we still remember, but there was some research that I asked you guys to do. Did you manage to do that research? Did you? No. Okay. Some.
I only didn't do code test and I think only code test I didn't do, but I did that.
Okay. Okay, let's start. So, guys, today we have this session. It won't be, it won't take long, but we'll take breaks in between so that you guys can just do some research and take a break so that you can come back with. Understand? So today's session will start with a revision of the image tag and the image maps and the video, tables, audio, iframes. I know we didn't cover iframes that much, but there is a part of iframes in the slides. Also embedding YouTube videos. I also asked some of you guys who were here yesterday to do some research on those. Then we'll take some questions and quizzes. I'm going to quiz you guys again. And after the quiz, there is some 3 tags that I'm going to introduce to you, which is the BR tag and address and HR tags. Sorry, I can see properly. So then after that, we'll take a break. After the break, we will have an introduction to what is an HTML entity, and the code tag, the KBD tag, and the sub tag, and the var tag, pre tag, sub, and subtags. So don't worry about these tags because some of the tags will get to actually go in depth tomorrow with them so that you guys cannot be, your brains need to be focused. I don't need to depress your minds for now. But number 8, But number 8 is not text that we'll cover today. It's text that when you go home, please do some research on those texts because we'll discuss them tomorrow. Yeah. My machine is slow because I'm recording, but I apologize for that. I'm gonna work out something.
So, I don't know what research you're going to do, but you also going to research. I'm going to face it. I forgot to research it, but I'll tell you my theory.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you recall.
The base.
Should I explain to them as well?
Yeah.
So, on my website, I think I should say that picture. So, I messaged her yesterday and told her that I found something I really got to the base tag, right? So, it was my. So if I put my base tag into my CSS, the starting, and my CSS doesn't read the so none of that things something is going to read. And I think the reason why is because I don't have to describe it, but it's because it reads it from top to bottom, line to line.
Yeah.
There's a word for it. And I know this is some other ways also not one of me. I didn't do my research, but that was my theory.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely one.
Okay, we'll get there. But yeah, it is that. But I'm gonna take you in depth so that you can see some reasons. But back on this, let's start on the image tag. Who can explain the image tag? What is it used for? What can we do with it? Oh, let me just speak randomly. Aisha? Yeah.
My brain acted English tag and I was like, that's just language. I was so confused. What do I need to explain? So was like, explain that.
The image tag. What is it used for?
It allows you to insert an image into your website.
By the way, there isn't an image tag. It's an audio and the video. So I'm just
But I couldn't see it.
now. It is not the intentional.
No, I'm going to say that image tag because I'm thinking, I don't see the image tag.
I'm just asking.
Oh, that's a little bit of a dark.
Yeah, it's written with the screenshots, the images. Yeah. So you said the image tag is used for inserting an image on the page. Yes. No, you're not wrong. Don't worry, I'm not.
So you went to doubt myself also now?
So how do we embed? Let's say we do have the image tag. What attribute do we need to have in order for us to be able to embed the picture that we want? Let's say you declare an image tag. Will it give you an image automatically, or what do you do in order for you to have an image on the screen?
Oh no, you need to have the source.
What is source?
That's the
Tag? Is it a tag or an element or an attribute?
Isn't that
Yeah, I want that answer. An attribute source. But yeah. So, who can tell me anything about the video too?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay, the video tag is we can embed a video into a website from YouTube. So you can take you go to YouTube search what you video one. Then itu ada YouTube tag.
A video. No, a video tag.
You can I think you download it and you follow the thing and then you take that. I have a question. You take the link or something to put into the tags that you need to come up. So you can either like put the play or move it or just control so you just put in control to pose and things like that.
Okay.
And exercise it. So I'll be one exercise. Am I right?
Okay, you are in a way.
It's also a thing where you can like, we have a video.
Yeah.
You can also put like an image, like a thumbnail on it. I think it's called the attribute name, but it's supposed to what you well, it's like lost, like I'm not going to right. But I do have a question with regards to the video tag. Can you put in, must it be a boost, like a local video on your PC, or can it be an external source?
You
Or can
can
it go?
you can do both.
Okay.
You can do both.
Because my video is not working.
Is it local or is it in?
It's from YouTube.
It's from YouTube. Okay. Okay.
But yeah.
There's a section of embedding YouTube videos, and I think I know who's the master around here with
I want
that.
to show you my website. I'm getting based on that.
You use the video?
I put the video, website, everything. All the other stuff that we've done so far, besides the code text and the HTML,
Okay.
entities, I've done everything that we can.
Okay.
It's done.
Around 5 will preview your site.
Okay.
Sure. So, Lisa, can you tell me about the audio tech?
Okay, so the audio tag, it's used to insert audio content into the HTML file, and it has a source attribute, which is identifies the file part of the audio, and it has similar attributes to video as well. You can put the controls there, you can mute it.
Okay.
Can I add what you said? But it doesn't support sizing and images because it's audio. Yeah, that's the main difference between
The video and the image. Okay.
and the audio.
Oh, okay. The video and the audio. Okay. Sure. So, I'm not sure if you guys can look on, can see what is on the screen. Let's. You can see.
I can see.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Mostly. I can't see anything that's in the white box. Like, let me put it to it.
Okay, let me just try to zoom in.
Can you put us the AC, please?
Sorry?
Can you put us the AC?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please do. So what we see there, we see an audio tag, an audio opening tag, and an audio closing tag. In between those, we see the tag source. It's a tag source. Yeah. It's a tag source. A question?
Yes, before you continue with the course, I haven't done the audio yet, but I'm doing the video.
Yeah.
I see on the example, the video tag or the video element inside it does not have the source attribute.
Okay.
However, it has nested within the video element.
Yeah.
But then, when I do it like that, my video is still not playing, but then I go back to the other video, whereby I add the source on the video element, and it's still not showing.
Okay. Let's start with the video, then come back with the audio. So, in HTML, there's two, let's say remember, I'm not sure which day was it, I was telling you in programming in general, you can have 5 ways of achieving one task. It depends on the task that you're doing, on what to use. So here, normally we know the video tag that has an attribute source, right? And some attributes which is width and height, and some controls attributes which is muted, all of that, and this and that. You see, but with this one, it is different. Why? There is a source tag that can be used in multimedia files, such as videos, images, and audio. There is also a picture element. I'm gonna come back to this in a bit. That we can use to insert images, but that picture element it does not use the SRC actually. It uses the source tag. The source tag itself it contains the source attribute, so that you can specify the source, which is the tag. It can be relative or absolute tag. Absolute being a video that is online or content that is online. Relative being internally on the file system. So same with video here. We might not have the source attribute on the opening tag as we normally used to, but we can embed. I will will tell you the reason why is we can we can mask the source attribute, the source tag, and have the source attribute and specify our source. Why are we doing this? Remember, some browsers, they don't support these video formats. I think and when you start CSS, I'm going to show you the browsers that support this and that, and some browsers, they don't support what and why. So, in some browsers, a video that has a .mp format will not be supported. So, what do you do to make sure that you prevent that? Have an alternative format, which is .ogg. There's a lot of video formats, by the way. Use the one that is mostly supported, and also have, let's say, backups or defaults if it's not supported. A fallback, have a fallback. So these two source tags, it's not like it's gonna display two videos. It's the same video, but it's like a fallback if this .mp4 is not supported on whatever browser it is being used on. So it can use this as a fallback. And still, if this .ogg is not supported by that browser, like if both of these are not supported by a browser, it's going to render this text. Your browser does not support that video tag. So having the source attribute on the video element is working. It is working. But if you want to have a fallback in case the video format that you're using is not supported, you can just mask the source tags. Same thing with the pictures, same thing with the images. That's why I said in general in multimedia, if you want to include the multimedia, we usually know the source attribute only, but there is also the source tag that you can also have the source attribute. Am I clear? So, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that the audio and the video tag, they share same attributes, if not all of them. Like most attributes, if not all. Because if you can look at audio, we have control, which is this, right? Same thing here. We have an attribute control, which is this. It has audio control, which is you can play, you can pause, you can download also, because there is download here. So, an audio and the video tag, they are the same thing, but the other one, it shows the video and the other one is just a sound, the audio. Right? So are we all in the same understanding, or do you have any questions? Okay. So, let's go to the next slide and see what we have. So we're still on the revision, right? Remember I asked you about the image tag, Aisha? Yeah. So there we go. Let me just read the text that is on the top on the first picture. The following example embeds an image into the page and includes an alternative text for accessibility. Remember I spoke about screen readers and such and such. So if you take a look there in the image tag, it's an image tag, and that image tag doesn't have it's a self-closing element. It does not have a closing element. It's a self-closing, which means that's auto-closing itself. So if we look there, we have an image tag and two attributes, which are source for the actual path, which is, it may be a relative or absolute, and alt, which is for the screen readers, which is written MDN. So alt, it doesn't show on the page unless the image doesn't exist that is specified on the path. At the same time, it is being used by screen readers because people who are using screen readers are visually impaired, remember? So they cannot see the picture, so they can just listen what is written on the alt. The alt is meant to describe more, or describe the actual content, the image or the video, whatever. So it is meant for that. And let's look at the second image. image link. This example builds upon previous one, showing how to turn the image into a link. To do so, nest the image tag inside the anchor tag. You should make the alternative text describe this resource link. Sorry, let me just start over. This example builds upon the previous one, showing how to turn the image into a link. To do so, nest the image tag inside the anchor tag. You should make the alternative text describe this resource the link is pointing to, as if you were using a text link instead. So let's look there. We have an anchor tag. In the anchor tag, in the opening anchor tag, we have an href attribute that is equal to https:/developer.mozilla.org. And in between the opening anchor tag and the closing tag, we nested an image. Okay, I'm thinking of something. Image maps. I'm thinking about image maps when we get to this point. Remember yesterday when we were trying to explain why do we have image maps so that we can have clickables. I said to you guys, it wouldn't make sense if you wanted you had this one clickable thing and just use image maps, because you can literally use this one like an anchor tag, wrap an image with an anchor tag so that it can be clickable. So it makes sense why we were introduced to maps, because just picture this: you had 5 clickables. So a map is good for that because it also has an href attribute, if you remember. So it is just that. So the last one, using the source set attribute. In this example, we include a source set attribute with a reference to a high resolution version of the logo. This will be loaded instead of the source image on high resolution devices. The image reference in the source attribute is counted as a one times candidate in user agent that supports source set. I'm not sure if you can understand that. Okay, sure. So usually we are using source attribute in order for us to get the path which is relative or absolute, right? But that's all we can do with source alone. We also need to set dimensions, which is the height and the width. So an image tag has those attributes. But when you're using source set, there are some devices that are powered by a GPU, which is a graphic processing. Yeah. So those devices, they are heavy with graphics, right? Which means everything you see graphically as is on point. Like I don't know what to
It's like 4K and
yeah.
and it's especially used for gaming and I think graphic designers
Yeah.
especially, and coding applications.
Yeah. Even in games, you need heavy graphics in games.
Yeah.
So this one, it is used for those devices with that renders higher resolutions, which is your 4K, like your reference videos, but it's a high quality. That's where we are going with this. So there are those devices devices such as your Huawei phones, new Huawei phones. They have like strong quality of GPU, and also iPhone. I believe iPhone. Not Mobicel. Come on, not Mobicel. So yeah. So back on this, guys. Stop playing. Sure. So we're still on the revision, right? So we spoke about the maps, the map and area elements, right? So yeah.
Issue. So, I'm getting the type of the fact that every issue is getting involved. As I mentioned earlier on, I was assisted instead of using my relative link to pass the the href. I must use the absolute one. And when I did that, I was able to have the clickable areas.
the clickable, you will have one page that has a lot of items. So you need each of those items to be clickable, right? This is the image you can choose. This image, right? And we see this image as well, the laptop and an iPhone with a cup of coffee. Sure. So declare an image, this source, this is a native brand, which is on the device. Alt, which is for screen readers. This use map is important though.
I'm sorry, sir. I just have a very quick question. So I see on that closing thing, right? They changed the word that type. Will that impact your coordinates if you change one that
Because the picture will remain the same. It doesn't change the picture. Okay.
So what she's doing is she copied the image link. Instead of if you want the Wikipedia, you go to Wikipedia and then you enter the research and you copy that and you
Okay, so now you understand.
Yes.
she gave the phone, but it's just the image wasn't supported to.
Actually, we have the same issue.
The same thing as
Yeah, no,
We have the same issue. Somebody just downloaded the right link.
I was looking at that into the section.
Yeah. So, is there anything that is unclear? Are you sure? Huh? With the maps?
Huh?
With the maps? Are you good?
Well, I didn't know there was a website you could get the coordinates with. That was what I started with.
Okay.
But she told me the website now, so I just have to go figure it out.
So, that is enough proof so that you did go the WhatsApp group. Because,
I didn't go through it.
because she dropped the link yesterday.
Dude,
Yeah. Was it you?
I know there was in links which I went through, but I don't remember exactly.
Okay, sure. So, are you sorted? Or,
Yeah, I'm very with that.
because there's an
Also,
upcoming
I
assignment.
want to bring up. No, I'm confident. So I've been to the secrets and to the other boot camp, so I can do this. I was never loved. Okay, it's beside me. Sorry. I had a question for wait, there was something weird. So the video one, right?
Yeah.
So I see here. I was checking YouTube now because so I tried it with the YouTube link and it doesn't work. So I assume that you can only use the video one with like the SB logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can use the.
But there's a different way for YouTube link, I know for sure.
I think she's going to explain that to us. The YouTube link.
You just go to the video, you click share, and then there's an option that says video. So then it comes up with what you can copy and paste.
It's not just something needed though, like even on the maps, like when you want to include Google Maps, you just do the same thing. I'm going to show you because I think in your third or fourth assignment, you guys are supposed to be working with Google Maps. Yeah, but it's not difficult. No worries, but I think it's in maybe mid-November, I'm not sure. But yeah. So, can you just guys remember MDN videos? If you want to see the embedding of online videos, she said it's on MDN. You can search MDN and see everything there, so that you can understand and also play with the examples. You can even just click play. It's gonna show you. So, are you proper?
Yes, I'm just practicing.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's just a video.
Okay, no worries.
The
Audio.
the back one because that's the coordinates.
I wanted to explain this to you.
What you explain something?
The maps.
Yeah, you go me.
Okay, sure. As I was saying, we have an image tag, source attribute that is specifying where is the image, and the alt, which is the text for screen readers, and if the picture doesn't appear. The use map attribute is important though. Like That's what you need to watch out for, the use map. Because use map attribute. Because it equals hash work map, which is an ID. That work map is an ID. So you are giving it an ID.
Oh, ID.
An
I thought you
ID.
said ID. I'm like,
No, ID. Identification. Oh, identification. Yeah. So, after that, you declare the map element. In between the map element, it depends on the clickables that you have. In this instance, we have 3 clickables. So, the places that we click on, we call them areas.
You call it areas.
Areas. It's an area. You click on the area. An area has a shape. And as you can see on the area tag, we have a shape, and the shape is called rectangle. But rectangle is one of many options, because we do have rectangle, circle, polygon as you understand? As a shape. Coordinates, it's where the clickable is situated. Like you need to find coordinates for this. Then it can, whenever you click on this, it can basically take you wherever you want it to take you. For example, this is a coffee, it will take you. Whatever coffee shop, this is a phone, it will take you straight to another phone. But you need to tell it to do that. Using what? The areas. Which is, if you can see the coordinates out and H.
That's the
Yes. The minute you click, it goes to wherever you click. Wherever you press it. Wherever you click, which is on this area shape, which is the computer. Whenever you press it, it's going to take you to this page there. Same thing with this area shape, which is the second one. This is for the phone. Right? It will take you to phone to HTML. The third one being the coffee. Whenever you click, look at the coordinates, they're not the same. It's different coordinates because these are located in different places. So it has to same thing. But that situation showed you it's making the job easy so that you are not manually trying to figure out the coordinates of the trigger.
Yeah, because I watched the YouTube tutorial because actually each person's code goes to YouTube for help.
Yeah.
So I made the YouTube file because I didn't have to cover the bullet. So yeah, Photoshop, I'm like, I haven't understood download Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I was like, this will for the next thing. I'll be so, yeah.
So see, for she's looking at the coordinates at the card, for example, see yesterday that use image slash, understand?
Image,
So that
dash,
image
map,
Don't be
next. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, that is a useful software, especially for maps. Okay, sure. Is there any questions on maps?
No.
All right. Okay, then we spoke about tables. We spoke about tables. I'm not sure who still remembers.
I wasn't here yesterday.
No, not yesterday.
I did the big one, you know, with the person.
I did not do labels, I was told to work on that.
Okay. Who did the tables?
I did a good goal as well.
No worries about that. Who did tables? Wasn't an understanding either. It's a bit. Okay, sure. Can you just inform us what we see there and how did it come up? Hold on.
so table uses different elements. We have the table leader, TR is the table header, TD is the table leader, and
T body,
yeah, the T body and the
T footer.
yeah, the input.
So do we now understand? So this structure is familiar to you, right? Which is the tables. We know that we do have a header in tables.
Yes.
We do have and rows.
And
TR.
Oh, I'm feeling now. Oh my god.
Look at the second photo there.
I can't see.
The second one, this one.
Oh, it's a very small.
Or let me just try to
You look.
maximize this.
I will scan it first, yeah?
Okay, you can. I'm gonna share these slides. I'm gonna share these slides with you guys.
Okay, so table is like a body, no?
Yeah.
It's like almost
So
like a body
table.
element.
So table is like a container.
Yeah. And then TH is like
Table
the
header.
lines, to make the line. Or
TR
the T, or I mean T or
is a table row.
so to make the rows, no?
Yeah.
Then the TH is when you put your,
Table header.
okay, and the same was with that one. Then again, the close the bracket, then the next one, and you put the January and the amount and stuff, and then, so how do you make the line then?
Okay, sure.
Let's see. So I can
Sorry?
Is it this that you use? This,
No. It's not CSS.
No, it's
It's not. You see what this CSS is just adding borders.
So you just use
It's just adding background color. If you want to add a color, that is still CSS.
No, wait, does it show
Remember?
me
That's
something?
easy.
Yeah, anything that has a color or layout, CSS. Even if it's text aligned, CSS.
I just want to
So
know how
you
to
just
use
use the border.
The borders.
Yeah, I was not to use the board because this looks simple, just the borders I can know exactly
Okay.
how you must put it
So the
in.
first one, the 1 pixel that you see there, that's the size of the border.
Yeah.
And then the solid piece, you don't want it to be dash lines. It's really soft.
Yeah. The thing is, the reason why I'm not feeling comfortable in going in depth with CSS, we haven't started with CSS because, we just need to know the structure of the table, which is columns and rows. Then, when we get to CSS, we'll get to the borders and the styling of it. Because here, if you look at this, the style tag element, there's this style opening tag and closing tag. In between, that's where we can write CSS. Remember, I spoke about inline styling. So this is that. So for now, we'll discuss CSS until we get there because it's gonna confuse you guys. But what I want you guys to keep in your mind though is the structure of the table and how it's built. Because the minute we understand, oh, that is a header, that is a row, that is a body, that is a footer. You see? And I'm also gonna share some tips and tricks on how to I think it's a 10-minute video. Yeah, so that you can understand more about this because it's quite important.
Oh, this is too tiny now.
I took a picture of it.
So, Sister Abel, are you comfortable with tables?
Yes, I'm familiar with them. The only thing that I'm getting from him is the table footer and table header.
Okay.
But the table rows, table head, table body, and
Okay, can you try to teach us, including me, just picture me as your student, on the things that you understand about tables?
okay, so the between the table, the table head nests the table row and the table
Mm-hmm.
I think
So the table head nests
next to the table rows.
rows, is it?
No, that's columns.
That's columns. So rows. Okay. Okay.
And your table.
Can you see over here? Can you mind if you can just come with your seat so that we can explain what you see? Because you do know it, it's just that you are making a tiny mistake. Because what can you do? Okay.
Yes, computer doesn't work.
And I was saying you can grab your chair and sit here in the meantime you explain it so that you can see these examples and try to adjust yours.
It's fine, I'll understand. Okay, so I was saying, right, that table. Okay, your table tag lists your table body and table head first. Then
Can you get
I
closer?
can't. No, I can see it, but I'm filtering my understanding. The table row, which is the TR.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, visually, what is it? Is it this or this?
So,
So the table, and it's the table arrow, and
then
doing that thing.
You have your
can
table.
we have one class, not 3 classes? Because okay, can you tell us what are we doing with the class?
Oh, no, I'm just questioning. She's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with regards to the video and the iPad, because I suspected that we drafted the link to show the video. I didn't want it,
Okay.
but she's doing it, so it's not also easy.
For now, guys, can you focus on the session? Then after that time of the session, yeah. Okay.
Table row.
So this is the output of the code, right? This is the output of the code. So we have month and savings. Right? Where do we see month and savings?
Table head.
In table height. So they are both table heights. So this table is a container which is everything. Just picture this table being the frame of this whole thing.
Okay.
That's why I say it is a container.
Okay, just to stop you there, I think about it, the difference between now the TH and the TD and the actual table data.
Yeah.
So my table headings go on the table row because they're the actual headings of the table, and then my table data, my TD, also has a table row because it needs to be in a row, but then it's the data of the table.
Your
If that makes
information
sense,
for,
yes.
and like, how can I explain, say what's the meaning of tables, with tables, the meaning of table is used to put stuff on. You have to do that, so something like that.
Yes, what I'm trying to say is that the table head tag and the table data tag, they will always be nested by the TR tag, basically.
So whenever you want to add another row, you use the
TR.
TR and then
and the data will go inside that tag.
Okay. So can you open CodePen? All of you guys open CodePen.
code panel,
CodePen. Because what's a code?
code pen.
Also CodePen, but if you not just use JSP. Because CodePen, JSP.
Just, but
Yeah, JSP. So I want JSP net. Okay, can you write this H1 tag and insert the text? It must be made. No? Yeah. H1.
I'm just doing it visually because it's open.
I think it's gonna. The thing is, I want the live.
Because it's now in 36 on.
There's no genesis for a reason.
Oh, is that? What? So one thing is within this website so we can see when it comes up.
Yes, that's what I'm interested in. So, if you have finished declaring the H1, declare the table. Open the table element. When I say the element, I'm expecting the opening table and the closing table. Because that's what is an element. Opening and the closing. Table. TABL.
So it's table heading.
Sorry?
So it's table heading.
No, it's an element. Which is a
So opening, so we just make it the H1. Every closing, we put the closing one is in this program.
So H1 element, which is, when I say element, just picture it's an opening tag with a closing tag. It is an element. So
So after we took H1,
then table, you did table. Okay, let's wait for everyone until you get to table. What's the other table? Table. I'm waiting for you, but no rush.
Okay.
So, then I'm interested in the TR element. TR, TR, table, 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 table. Are you done with TR?
Yes.
Okay. And then, next in the TR, two table headers. The first one, name it name. The second one, name it surname.
What?
Surname, name.
What's your name? It's fine.
So next, two table headers. The first one being name, and the second one being surname. So who's done? You, Aisha. Okay. Okay. Can you, someone is missing. It is an H one. Oh, what is an H one? Okay. So, everything so far. Let's do it. Okay. If you can copy from the TR opening tag up until the closing tag, because I don't want you guys to redeclare something over and over again. Just copy this from the opening up until the closing and paste it underneath. Huh? You did? Sorry? Don't. Copy the TR that you created that has two table heads and nested inside it. Copy the whole thing. Okay. The reason why I'm saying copy it because I was going to say declare TR and also merge two table headers inside. So it's basically the same structure as the structure we have currently have. So if you can just copy that and just add the text. Start from here. The TR element, which is the opening and the closing, and in between there's this nested table headers, which is name and surname. Copy the whole code and paste it underneath. Just add the table headers that is inside there. And the first one there must be age and gender. I don't know.
But just change the heading of the one to copy now.
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah.
Is it
Just,
so?
yeah. Add the test there. Age, gender.
Very. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So far, like, can you see what the behavior of table row and table header? Do you understand what is it doing and how is it doing that? Okay, sure. So, declare a table row again.
Another table, huh?
Yeah, table row element. And next two table data, which is TD, inside the table row that you are creating now. TD model, let's remember TD is table data. Data. What is data?
Information. No, just moving on.
Information. Data is information. What is bundles?
Raw information. I don't know what to do.
Bundles. Bundles.
Say
B-U-N-D-L-E-S.
Bundles.
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 B-U-N-D-L-E-S.
Give you practice on
Bundle.
packaged information. Because you know, when something is banned, it's usually something that is, you know, yeah. But it's not related to this. I'm just.
I remember back when I started typing today, there's a difference between analytics information and data. And one is raw information, and other is processed facts. So information, I don't know how to use it, I don't know something like that.
Data is information.
Yes, but when we ask ChatGPT,
Because even if data is invalid, like even if information is invalid, it's still data. Even if some function is still data.
I can't remember, this is like years ago, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. I'm gonna give you something to work. Who's done with the nesting of two data? Are you done?
Yes. Exactly.
Just ignore that. Focus on the what? Okay, I think we are done with this one. Remember, I said another table row and next two table data.
But then I can't see what
Okay, trust me. That is it. Nothing that can okay, just scroll down. No problem. Yeah. So, I know about this.
I'm doing two at the same time.
There's a you managed to do it.
I don't know what I did though.
Okay. You can try to maximize
That was the rest of mine. So,
Okay.
so I don't remember the bigger
Huh?
Does that be small, like very small, and I was really oh, zoom in. You press control on your keyboard and you use your scrolling thingy on your mouse. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Anytime. I'm checking out this. Anytime we look tiny.
What's inside the TV?
That's okay. Remember, TD is table data. So, how many table headers do we have?
I have 4.
We have 4. So, can you guys give me 4 table data on top of those 2 table data that you recently declared? Just another 2.
Another 2.
Yeah. Just give me 2. 1 to 6.
On the table that can I?
Table data.
on
On the same team.
all is maybe one team.
In the same
2
table that is
table data.
Your guys, just that
No, it's just,
So, repeat.
saying 2 table data, 2 of those 2 that you are getting. And don't declare another table row within the same table row that is listed in the
Oh, okay.
So,
We broke it. Thank you.
so we try to maximize our system.
It's because this PH is even different in the order. So it doesn't automatically go with the different order.
No, just listed in the same tier.
Like, yes, this is on the same tier. I'm talking about these two.
Or these two. Okay, just copy this. Those 2.
What was it?
Cut this here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll come back later because I never on the script.
It'll go well.
It's recording. Yeah. Nice. Great. Yeah, I'll come back. That should go. paste. Same line. Okay, okay. So these two.
So,
Yeah.
No, I have a question, just a question to ask.
Okay.
Okay, so, all the TVs, it doesn't matter how many tables, that's as long as they understood. As long as they
But some people
one table or tables, yes,
Remember what is a row? Remember what is
a column.
what is it?
for what?
You done? Oh,
I think
nice.
also give an assignment.
I didn't
I mean, it's not very
share.
I understand what the purpose is. You were here when I did it.
I put the right information. So, the first table data, can you all focus on the first table data? What is the head of the first table data? Name, just put it in.
But look so great.
Yeah. The second one. So as you can see, the first table data corresponds with the first table data we have. Can you see that? High call. Table is a task. That is, okay. She did everything.
No, please.
I'm
I wasn't like
The reason why I said that because you were looking at this, I'm distracting everyone.
Oh, now I see which one you like.
Oh. So, as you can see, the first table, the first TD is underneath the first table. Same with the second one, is underneath the second table. Same thing, essentially the same thing. So basically, this is how to build a table. And you just build it from yourself, right now. Yeah.
So, table borders is that a six?
CSS feature. In HTML, we all about structure, the bones, not the building, not the color, not the layout. Explanation. CSS is responsible for that. Somebody is helping behind me. I don't know. Can you share the use?
No, it's just a self-discovering this table thing.
Can you share something?
No, it's like what I said earlier on, just really understanding it now.
Okay.
Being confused between the TR and everything. But now that I'm comfortable with knowing that my table rows next, my table heads, and my table data, then what is the T head and T body and T foot?
Okay. Can you guys open NVDA all of you at the same time?
Why is it automatically?
Search T head. T head. Yeah. What do you see? This color? You tell me what you see.
It's above the T or and below also the T or around T or
Oh, wait.
So,
That's not
It says that into like another box. I have a question in a box.
So I think before I saw this, I thought the T would be outside the PH. That's what I thought. Because I don't know, because it doesn't make a difference.
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why I say this is because if you look at the example, the T head element is nesting the TH element that's within the TR. So I think it groups all the T head groups all the T heads.
Finally. Okay.
And then I guess Timothy would group the data.
The table data.
Yeah.
Ah,
Then,
I think I'm not sure.
so guys,
This is good practice, that's what I get. I get it now. But I thought the vision in it was going to be, you know what I mean? I thought it was going to be like that. I didn't know it would be outside the owner.
okay. So guys,
I have another question.
okay, sure.
This is about actually the caption.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the dedicated caption, but there's like there's no activity or anything telling it to be at the bottom of the table, because it automatically goes to the bottom.
The caption?
So it's like that to be at the bottom. That's an automatic thing. Or
The default behavior depends on the browsers. Again, remember, different browsers, different implementations of the same thing. So, in this browser, it might run on the bottom.
But are there like attributes to say?
Yeah, you can control it. You can control it. When you get to CSS, you will get to see the after and before content elements. Once you see those, you can control the behavior where it lays in, which is it can lay on top of it. So when you get to CSS, that's when you have control over the elements around the page.
You see this blue thing trying to get me. That's what happened yesterday when my computer stopped working. I pressed this X and then logged out of it and I logged back and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't want to go, it's just there waiting for me to click it and listening to myself on the computer. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Just stay away from it. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to ask you guys to do the data research on table head, table body, no? And table footer. Are they good? Yeah, research. Caption. Or I can just download videos so that when you guys leave, you can watch those videos. Or you guys can download videos or something. I can just drop links. And, yeah.
could you see when table body and the
Table head, table body, table footer, and the caption. And the caption.
I think that it has table footer, it doesn't have a table header.
T-head.
Oh.
T-head groups heads. This is the, I think you saw how you were opening MDN. That's the T-head. Go on MDN and type T-head on the search bar.
Yeah, okay.
Linda?
so to make the border around the table, does that is that small CSS?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure because we're going to add the border in also now and stuff.
Because the border is, belongs to the stack.
So make it the
You got it. So, that is one part of the research, which is understand the groupings of these elements, how do you group headers, how do you group the body, which is the actual data, how do you group your footer, and all of that. Right? All here. Amanda. Hey, come on, guys, come on. Sorry?
I said the bottom.
That's how I know this thing.
Okay, sure, guys. Let's continue. So this is I task everyone to just go more in depth on the groupings of the table headers and table data, yeah, and table footer. So I
I'm
also
going to use that now.
please do. And sister, are you saying something? Are you saying something? Oh, I thought your hand was up. My mistake. My bad. Let's go back here. So, question and quiz is, hey, what is a table in HTML information? What is a table in HTML? Oh, that was the counter. No, just give me your understanding. Because I was just explaining to you that right now I want to see, is it sinking in now? I will listen to school.
Can I go?
Yeah, I want that.
Kita misal HTML sebagai visualization analytical, we just completely do something averages lines, paragraphs of activities.
Okay, what are you eating?
It's good to choose like the paragraph.
Okay. It's a punishment for eating at first.
I was thinking to give you punishment. You know, we need to snake it.
Sure. So, she told us about what is HTML, what is a table in HTML. What is a table in HTML? Give me the answer. I'm interested in this one. This is a
What was
table.
the answer?
This is a table, guys. Not a table. This is a book table. It's not an HTML table.
Okay, I'm referring now. So interpretation of the input data. So any information you put in, it's also to define the structure. Remember, HTML is basically the structure. And basically, I don't put some words, but you define the table structure in HTML. Also, what else could I say? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, okay, that's all okay. It's also, instead of, okay, no, it's just basic. Never mind, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Okay. So, how do I explain it? Feels like I have to explain it.
Give me a real world example for the table. Give me a real example for the HTML table that you know.
And basically,
Yeah.
a table, like, it's a more convenient way of showing information as opposed to, multiple lists, basically. It's like, puts it into one, so instead of writing a list of name, everyone's name, and surname, everyone's surname, you can just table.
Tableize, that's the word.
But I don't give it first part.
Not that what you didn't give me that tableize. You see that fancy English tableize. So it's so nice. It's so, yeah. Back to this. Can you guys tell me the common attributes between the video and audio text? Common attributes.
The sizing. So, the height. Oh, attributes.
And see them. And see lowest common multiple. So I'm looking for the common attributes.
Okay, fine. So,
You will answer.
it's fine.
Because you said sizes. On audio, there isn't a size.
Oh, you said,
Only common. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait. One at a time. Who's going to answer first?
No, someone
Okay, done. One, done.
Or did she say look?
Now, you said, control, common attributes are. No, only the
Oh,
video.
so is the video? He said
Audio. She said source. And she said
right now. This I just autoplay. Yeah, that was in my reading.
autoplay. She said down.
She said download.
Yeah, because.
Oh, I know.
But yeah.
That's fine.
So, I think 5 minutes ago we were speaking about this. She was speaking about this. Care to explain simply what she meant about YouTube and
She said that you are able to insert that YouTube video into HTML, so you can simply click and choose the video option where you have those options to copy the URL of the video.
Okay. Now there's no problem are smart for that. What we need to do in order for us to have a video that is literally playing on our Instagram page.
You basically.
Should be like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what was I good. I just know for cheese.
Yes.
Well, I actually did listen to you. I learned the Richie explained it, which was basically YouTube itself has an option where you can share and get the coding and just copy it.
Okay. Yeah,
I just pasted it.
it is basically that it is.
Yeah.
And then
I think, did you use it in your iPhone? Yeah. The I gave an answer. Don't question me.
at the back.
I'm sorry guys for taking you to keep going.
No.
The video, my video, I don't know if I coded the code wrong, but if I could just read it out to you guys.
Can I just say something before we continue? You use the relative rule, absolutely. Okay, remember when you talk about relative, is it in your device?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, guys. When you speak about relative, then absolutely. When you speak about, generally when you speak about a relative, it's someone who's, you understand? So,
I was wondering, you know, listen, I understand.
the sick then is your relative, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's something that is really, absolutely. It's someone from, you don't know, strangers. Yeah. See what you say?
No, I understand that, but then, okay, let me give the rule of thumb. Because for all these things, I use my relative view on accounts.
Okay.
So maybe that's why it's going to show you that I use the relative view on accounts.
I'm going to show you the trick. What is the video? I'm going to show you the trick of checking.
No,
No.
but it's here. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand. I've downloaded it and it's viewing.
Can you press control and click at the same time on top of it? So, do you remember what is this?
This is supposed to be.
Can you hold this with you?
Yeah. It's supposed to be educating. That is what I was trying to figure out, but it's for two different. Also, I think it's for just one. Because I don't know if you see our website. It was supposed to be more, but they didn't really know on the resolution. So it could be not say the code instead of a geology.
When I'm using this source, you must be that.
No, but isn't it because it's different?
They need to, if you are using this folder, then if you want two sources here, what is SFCT? Because you're using a source there, that is giving you a now, why is this marking on the saving the schools? Yes. Remember they spoke about the browser support? Can you just can you just open a new tab? Can I use just type? Can I use? Don't do the space. Can I use? And right the name of that web see just go up. See? So Brave is a Chromium browser. It's supported on version so the site I'm using on Chrome or Microsoft Edge. Come here.
This is my
Can I say something? I recommend Chrome. So please.
I understand, and that's why I'm saying that, but why is it?
Yeah, it's the first time we offered you Chrome. Can you just try that for me? Yeah, but it's a video that is because if you were to like, remember when I showed you the video that there was an alternative text?
Yeah, that's why I said it's someone else with the source of the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this was your own user. This was it's to what SMT said.
You will, that's it.
What that's using this source.
The short. I'm just
Like I was saying, I wanted to know.
Basically, what
So the caption, I was saying that we could write something, and then talk a little bit more about it. Because I was doing another thing. Caption, so the company knows that we have and the group caption, and the face is and I didn't understand what I'm saying, but so you learn to be
Oh, sure, guys. I also have a question. The source tag, the source attribute. What is the difference? Is there's a source tag. So we understand the difference between and source attribute.
I don't know. Question on, I don't know. I think, I suspect that the source has other attributes that the source tag has other attributes that
Because it is an element.
yes, exactly.
It is possible because I know there is also a type attribute that specifies the type of media that you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were saying something.
I said I don't understand
The
of the source and
Obviously, I agree with the source element, so I wanted to define it. But what I can say is it's an element, so that means it will have its own function. The source one, they will use it, so I'm not going to go into detail there. But the source attribute that's attributes in general, that's something that is part of another element, it's not its own self-standing thing.
okay. So remember when I said in HTML there's a did you know that you can insert an image using the picture element? Not
I know one of the things also is data sheet. I never used picture. I always used image. Yeah.
I use the picture.
yeah. So what is common in this multimedia in HTML is the source tag, right? The source element. Let me just put it that way. The source element, it allows you to specify the source of the multimedia, meaning an image or a song or an audio or a video. Right? But what is special about it? Why it is being used? Like I showed you an example whereby the video was not supported, then we declared another source and we use that second source tag as a fallback if the first source tag is not supported, which is in videos we have .mp4, right? We have .ogg. So it depends on the browser that it is being viewed on. If it's not supported on this Brave browser, it will run at the supported version.
So the source tag uses everyone who's like these two different links to work on the website if one's not working.
Yeah, but it's the same video.
Yeah.
It's just different formats
Yeah.
for different browsers.
Okay.
But if all of your videos, let's say you have 3 and they are all not supported, let's say you're using an old browser such as Internet Explorer, it won't support all of them. It's just going to render the text that this browser.
Okay, now
So, yes?
I have a question, but my memory is failing me right now. So I'm just asking this question.
Yeah.
So, iframes, like, I know we have mentioned to it, but I think I'm confused with something else. I can't remember. But when you no, I just figured out. Oh no,
Okay.
no, it's because I know it's usually people use it with quick getting. I'm not sure if it's the iframe and that thing that I'm sorry, I'll come back to some of it.
So, iframes, you use iframes if you want to embed a website, somebody else's website on your website.
Yes.
So, you use iframes to do that.
And I know there's like some kind of permission thing also, I'm not sure. Let me just Google it for this.
So she finally got the video playing, right? It was because of the support. It was unsupported in the browser versions.
it's like
No, actually, it's not the same browser. But it's just the links. What I was doing was the links. As I said, I use relative links just because I've downloaded the thing and then that's why it wasn't doing so I needed to use the accessibility.
So you embedded.
Come again?
You embedded.
What do you mean?
The video is not is in YouTube,
Yes, it's on YouTube.
which is you embedded.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, I'm right in bed.
So the word embedded isn't embedded.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have the image, the source tag, the source actually, you are actually embedding something in the image, which is maybe an image, a video, or an audio. So as you when you are making a film, that thing
What is it about to be?
that thing that you can under
To what?
here to
the sheets and
so you embed the thing because can you just open and you can just search for that?
Like cutting in.
Yes. Embedding it is there. Have you eaten a chocolate whereby they have embedded the peanuts inside it? That is embedding, like inserting something within. It's called embedding. Yeah. So on all of the same. So that's what happens in any program. They have these fancy terms. And those fancy terms over the time, it's things that you know. It's not like
And it's also what some IT language, it's something you know also over time.
yeah.
So like you won't get it immediately.
But it's
Oh,
it makes
right.
sense.
It's the same with the shortcuts on your
Yeah.
keyboard. It's not something you know immediately.
You say something else as like watching a like working on
I want to work with table, that's why. I want to work with table.
table.
I want to do the table so I can see outside of my website, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
But sir, this question I want to ask, the tea fruit, is that like a summary or like what's the amount?
Footer.
I mean, yeah, is that like with the amount we have numbers in the time the summary in of it? That's what I'm
Which
doing.
one? You
Like, you know what is that was used for? The tea
Yeah.
fruit, so then I searched
So in the table, the footer
summary in the bottom.
is here, right? Let's say you had a payslip. In the payslip, that is a table, by the way. Your payslip is a table. The registration attendance register is a table because it has columns and rows. So the number of attended days, it has to be footer because it is in the footer. So even the amount, the actual amount, is in the footer.
Yeah,
So-
I gave it so.
So is it like
That was
summary
very
in the
small
last
last
line?
time. I would never guess that.
Yeah, I won't confirm it to you, but it's there, which is that research I ask you. But when you get home, just look on after this text. At least you got the, you have it here. Logically, you do have it, but you just need to put it together.
Yeah.
That's the only. Do we have any question?
No.
Okay, let's see what we have next because I think we might have just a 10 minutes break. So that, yeah, 15 minutes break.
Yay! I can speak now.
Yeah, you can consider.
Oh yes, wait, so what we mentioned earlier about the iframes, so is commonly used in contracting.
Sorry?
It is commonly used. So I think some websites also, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so
Yeah.
the problem is,
Yes.
It's in the same
But that's the Google Maps. Google Maps you use iPhone because they're setting the whole site.
I was sorry, I did something about this, like, so yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I tried all this. That's what design what's that pop-up? I know they said it's pop-up or something with a block there. Yeah, there's a bulky and a
even when you're watching YouTube videos, it pops up and say, you haven't got blocked.
I just forget to say
It's not like that. Yeah, you know, watching ads. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause right now recording so that you guys can take this 15 minutes. So we're back on the break, right? We had a 15 minutes break. So during the break, did you guys think of something, or was there something that was on your head that they wanted to ask but couldn't because I wasn't here?
No, sir.
Okay, everyone, are we still on the same line?
Yes.
Aware. Can I hear you say aware?
Aware.
Aware. Okay. So, hey, my device is really slow today. here. Okay, so we reach this section of tags and elements. Can just anyone volunteer themselves to read for me the iframe section? Yeah.
About it. An iframe or inline frame is an HTML element that allows you to embed another document or web page within the current web page. It is a way to display content from one source within another, typically from a different domain. This is often used for embedding videos, maps, external content, or other web pages in a parent web page.
Okay. Aisha, can you read the PR? Can you
In
not?
HTML, yeah?
Okay, sure.
In HTML, the beyond element is used to create a line break within a text or context block. It's a self-closing tag, which means it doesn't have a closing tag of HTML element. When you use beyond, it simply tells
The browser.
to break the content to a regular line at that point.
Cindy, so can you read the address for us?
The address element is used to define the contact information for the author or owner of a web page, or for the author or owner of a specific section of a web page. It
Okay. So after you guys are finished with reading this, I hope whatever you read is on your mind, because I'm going to ask you to just explain what did you understand about the text that was there, right? So, sister, the HR tag.
The actual element shown for horizontal row is usually representing with thick break or horizontal line in the, I don't know what it is.
In the web page.
In the web page, it is the key used by content in or to indicate a division between sections.
Okay. So, okay, let's do the last one. Yes, sister.
HTML entities are used to display special characters and have a specific meaning in HTML. These characters include reserved symbols such as less than, such as more than, less than, and special characters like C for the odd and euro. HTML entities are used to display these characters without causing possibilities and conflicts with HTML markup. HTML markup, for example, and LP represents the less than sign.
Okay. I'll read the three. I hope you guys will memorize whatever you're reading. So, the code element is used to define a piece of a computer code within the text. It typically renders the content in a monospace fixed with font and is commonly used to display code snippets or inline code within a paragraph or sentence. The code element is used to define a piece of a computer code within the text. It typically renders the content in a monospace fixed with font and is commonly used to display code snippets or inline code within a paragraph or sentence. The KBD tag. The KBD element represents a user input in the form of keyboard input, such as a key pressed. It often renders the enclosed text in a way that resembles the keyboard keys and is used to indicate what a user should type or press. The sample. Okay, sure.
So what's the trick with that? I don't really understand. Is it like autocorrect with like copies for complete?
Okay, so
Can I guess?
okay.
Is that like, you know, when you type in Google and you type in your email address and automatically shows up, is that?
Not really.
KBD.
Yeah. Okay, can you guys quickly just KBD or Google? No, your Google. Remember, your Google is MDN, not the real Google. Just on MDN, KBD, and one of you guys must read and go to examples and tell me what you see. Found it? No? Can you guys understand it? So did you understand the code tab?
Yeah, I was going to say that because code shows like a snippet of the actual code to the user.
Oh yeah. So the code tag does that. So if you still don't understand the code tag, can you just refer back to MDN and write code? Or in your left hand, there is a navigation of elements. If you can see on your right hand, just look for the C's, then press code, because once you press code, it might give you a different result.
I have a question for you. So the assignment, is it going to be like an assignment you do in class time or over the weekend you see it? Like
The final assignment. Oh, there's.
No, I mean like the assignment that's coming now.
I think you guys are going to do the same thing as before, which is take the assignment home, do it home, and leave on Monday.
And with the final assignment.
The final assignment, I think the duration is 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, the duration of the final assignment is 2 weeks. You might finish it within days. You also can finish in days.
Is that hectic that needs to be doing?
Because it is that hectic, because by that time, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and jQuery, a library. jQuery. Query.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a library, JavaScript library. That's why it is important for you guys to start learning JavaScript and jQuery.
And then what is Node?
Node. Node.js is a runtime. It's Node.js. It's a runtime for JavaScript.
Is that like API and stuff? Okay, I don't know.
But yes, at the same time.
I still don't know what.
Yeah. So, okay, what language were you using?
Sorry?
What language were you using? Python, right?
Java.
Okay, yeah. So in Java, when you run Java, there's this JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is like a runtime for Java. That is like an engine. Without that JVM, you wouldn't run Java.
Oh, JVM.
Yeah, you wouldn't run Java.
I heard it wrong, so I was like.
Java Virtual Machine, right?
Yes.
You wouldn't run Java on your
Because it's
computer.
like a special one. You have to like install Java.
J-
And I know C# also.
Yeah.
And others also. Okay, but that's the something.
You have to. That is like an engine whereby you can use it to run your code.
Yes.
Without that, you cannot run the code. So Node.js is that in JavaScript. It is like an engine. Remember, JavaScript in olden days was only used in the browsers. It was not used to run on the server, which is create serverless application, server-side script, which is backend language. It was not meant to use for that. After Node.js gave JavaScript a capability to be run on the server, which means you could write a backend code in JavaScript. So Node.js is just a runtime for JavaScript.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Before it ran only on browsers, not on the server. But now it has the capability of running on the browsers. So on the SAMP tag, the SAMP element is used to define a sample output from a computer program or script. It is often used in documentation to display example results or responses. Okay, again, MDN SAMP, I want to show you something.
Interesting.
And Aisha, read for us. What is SAMP on MDN? SAMP. Just go MDN and search SAMP. Not the actual SAMP that we eat, guys. Come on. Yeah, but SAMP. As in the tag.
The SAMP HTML element is used to enclose inline text, which represents sample or quoted output from a computer program.
Okay.
Its contents are typically read using browser default loader space, such as Courier or Lucid Console. Lucidia, I don't know. We don't judge.
Can you go on examples?
Sorry?
Go on examples. Every time you look up for something, or like you search something on MDN, read the documented details about it, then jump on examples and see what is it doing. It's better that way, so that you can have a long-term memory of it. So, what do you see on the examples?
It shows, so comparing the paragraph and the same font and color. Not color, so that is one is thicker than the other,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also a different font than the paragraph font. And I understand why it's like it's said in what she read basically, it's outputted or quoted from a computer program. Something like she said.
Okay. So, guys, is there any question on this new text that we just covered? Okay, since we started covering this text today, okay, I'm gonna get back to you. Since we cover this text today, right? Tomorrow, before we start doing the new text again, I'm going to have to revisit this again. But when you go home, just if you have enough time, just do look them up and watch some few videos here and there, so that you can ask me questions tomorrow. That is what is important. The minute you ask me a question, I like it. I really like it because it means you're learning.
We want that voice question.
That means learning, because that's all we need. Right? So let's go to the next slide, because I think we have more text. Yeah. Did you know that we have an element that is var?
Oh, right. When I think of var, like I did Delphi in high school, then to declare variable, we have to use var for variable, but probably the definition.
Okay. Can you read the definition of the tag element?
The var.
Yeah.
So the var element represents a variable in a mathematical or programming context. It can be used to highlight variables or placeholders within text.
Okay. So the var element represents a variable in a mathematical or programming context. It can be used to highlight variables or placeholders. Nice one. So when we get to JavaScript, we'll get to understand what is a variable. A variable is a reference to a pointer. Okay. Let me just reverse it that way because I went on like a computer. So let's say you are working with something that you are using. Let's say you are working with an age, right? And you are using this age in different sections of the page. Like when you use something over and over again, it means there's something wrong with you, right? In order for you just to solve that problem, declare a variable and use that variable. Because that variable is holding the value of the thing, which is in this summarization we are talking about an age. It is holding the value of the age itself. It's not, we are not writing the age manually. It is, I'm 25 years old. 25. You can just point to a reference, which is age, which is the name of your variable that you have declared. So that is what is a variable in programming or in a mathematical context. So yeah. Since we are already on MTN, can you just press tag and see? Sorry, can you press var and see the var tag, or just scroll up on your left-hand side at the end? Press var.
Make sure the age is the variable element because it's var instead it's f.
Yeah, that's why I said on your left-hand hand, just scroll up because there is a list of elements. If you look at the yeah. So if you can read plus and look at the example and tell me.
Oh, so we see.
Yeah.
So you guys know in math how length, width, and height are like in a different format, and by using the ball, it does that different format. I don't know if
Basically, highlights the formula.
yeah.
The variables, yeah. Because, oh, good. Let's go back to the area. Remember, yesterday we were speaking about the area and perimeters in mathematics, right? Those generic L, B, those are placeholders, right? So a variable is like a placeholder, right? You store something and you reuse it. You use it all over the place. You don't have to use it on one side. Like there is some calculations whereby they're just checking the left hand side and the bottom, so that they can determine the whole size of the location. Which is, we spoke about rectangle being two sides are equal. Which is when you calculate one side, you already know the sum of the other side. So a variable is that like it's a pointer to a reference or to a value. You can just do that. Say that. So yeah. Then we have the subtag. I won't lie. I came across the subtag, and I was doubting on using it because I didn't see the usage in my previous projects. But since now I did some research on it, and it is quite interesting. The sub-element is used to define a superscripted text, which is text that appears above the baseline and is often used for exponent notation or footnotes. The sub-element is used to define superscripted text, which is text that appears above the baseline and is often used for exponent notation or footnotes. I think I skipped one tag, which is pre. The pre-element is used to define pre-formatted text. The text inside the pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, and white space, line breaks, and formatting are preserved exactly as they appear in HTML source code. This is useful for displaying code or other text that requires precise formatting. The pre-element is used to define pre-formatted text. The text inside a pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, and the white space, line breaks, and formatting are preserved exactly as they appear in HTML source code. This is useful for displaying code or other text that requires precise formatting.
So this is just that if you type something a certain way, just so that you don't default to like coming next to each other.
Yeah. So, it is pre-formatted, as you are saying. It is pre-formatted. You just, the minute you enter, okay, can you just MDN pre so that we can speak about something that is there?
The pre-HTML element represents pre-formatted text which is to be presented exactly as it is in the HTML file.
Okay, go on examples. Are we all on the same tab, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Go on examples and tell me what you see. Sindiswa, can you answer this one? What do you see?
What I see on the what's written on that pre-code is the same as like it's visible on the output, but it's like making an image of words.
Okay, can you first read the definition, then go back on the example? Because
the element represents pre-formatted text, which is to be represented exactly as it's in the HTML. Okay, like see, like I said, that what's on the HTML also shows on the output. And then they say the text is typically rendered using a non-proportional or mono-spaced font. What space inside this element is displayed as written?
so, do you understand anything out of that?
The only thing I understand is that they look the same.
So, okay, can you assist her?
I think here they say using CSS to change the tracking to the fonts and
Yeah.
the body color is that is a bit smaller, which is like the brackets also around the color and the leaf. That's the only difference I see in the example and in the results.
Okay. Anyone else?
It's exactly the same as function.
Okay.
So
So,
the pre-tag that's used is like the container around it. So that basically protects it from being turned into something else.
so she said something that is great. The pre-tag is like a container. I think it's similar. It's not behaving the same, but similar to a block code. No.
Sorry?
It's similar to a block code because it's a container wrapping around text. That text is pre-formatted, which is with lines. What is it? Line spaces, white spaces, line breaks, and fixed width and a font, right? So the pre-tag, the pre-element, it comes with predefined browser default styles, if you can just see it that way. As I said to you guys that I'm mainly introducing you to some elements, but we won't go in depth today with these elements because, as you can see, time is running out. I just want you guys to have something when you get home to think about. Then tomorrow it's me and you guys on these. We're going in depth, making examples like we did coding live, so that we can understand. Okay, now I just want to show you these examples, then you can take pictures. It's fine. This is just an example of the PR, what it does. It creates line breaks. Line breaks? Yeah. Create line in the new? Yeah. So you can see it.
So it's like when you use on the line.
Yes, with enter. Like on your PC, like on your keyboard, when you press enter, it goes underneath, right? So it's basically that. So this is the entities. Remember the entities you spoke about lesser than? So these are the entities. Even like on MTN, if you can press HTML entities, it will give you this list because I got this screenshot from, most of these screenshots are from MTN. Look at this character. This is how to display it. We're using this to display it on the HTML.
Yeah, the video I watched basically explained that sometimes whatever does it you're using doesn't register the special characters. So
It depends on the browsers.
Way of
Display.
it.
Yes. Yeah. Look at this. HTML will understand when you use this under entity. Anything that you can use here, even if you can try right now and open JSP, just try any of those and see what it does. It's going to give you that sign. Nothing is solved, but it just needs you to do that. So yeah, no worries. So, are you done? Really? Okay, sure, no worries. I understand, but we were also done.
Can you just